So as you guys know, basically the way that I go about my day trading strategy, if I should be looking for calls or for puts, is very, very easy. If we look at the 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily time frames, what I have set up on here is going to be the 5, 8, 21, 34, 55, and 89 EMA. All I'm looking for is either a bearish stack, which is where the 5 is below the 8, 8 below the 21, 21 below the 34, so on and so forth. I'm looking for that same exact setup on the 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily. If that's true, I'm only looking for puts. However, if the 5 EMA is on top of the 8, 8 on top of the 21, so on and so forth, on the 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily, at that point, I am only looking for calls. So that's how I figure out if I should be watching for calls in the market or for puts in the market. Other than that, I use support and I use resistance, as well as using person's pivots and even Fibonacci if needed. So if you guys don't know how to use person's pivots or Fibonacci, I will leave both of those videos down in the description. Make sure you do watch those. But after I have all of that set up, it's very easy to determine when am I getting into the trade versus where am I getting out. So I like to use this scalping strategy for the first 5 to 10 minutes of the market open. So after I have everything set up and planned, which way I'm going to be taking the trades, entries, exits, take profit, stop loss, all that other good stuff, what I do is I switch my 4 hour time frame down to a 1 minute. So now looking at the 1 minute, this is ideally what I'm going to be using when I am scalping. So other than that, I will be using the level 2, so I will put that on over here. If you guys don't know how to use level 2, I also got a video for that, so that will be down in the description as well. But again, we already know which way we want to watch the trade, and we already got all of our price targets set out for the day. So now at this point, it really comes down just to the execution, taking profits, or stopping out. So like I said, this strategy is going to be used on the first 5 to 10 minutes of the market open. After around 10 minutes of the market open, I tend to switch over to the 5 and 10 minute time frame and do most of my analysis from there. But we're going to be focusing on this scalping strategy. So let's say that we had an entry in Tesla today at just $900 even, because that's going to be a psychological resistance. But let's just get this line at 900. So now what it comes down to when you're scalping, and this isn't going to be a great example on Tesla, but my idea behind scalping is as soon as it breaks above my entry point, that is when I am looking to get into the trade. So I'm not really waiting for the candle to close above my resistance point on a 1 minute time frame. As soon as it breaks and I see the level 2 pick up, that's as soon as I get into the trade. Because with scalping, the whole idea behind it is you want to get in, you want to catch the momentum, and then you want to get out. So when I'm scalping, I'm not looking for 100% returns. I'm not even looking for 50% returns. Ideally, I'm looking in between 10% to 20% returns when I'm scalping. Now, are there times where a stock just completely explodes and gives us a much bigger profit? Of course. So looking at Tesla today, right above 900, this was the first time I traded Tesla today. As soon as it was able to break that 900 area, that's when I got in to scalp it. Now, as we can see, Tesla ended up moving almost $4 just based off of this move right here. $4 on Tesla, especially on a Friday, is a substantial move. So that was a lot more than just 10% profits made within just 90 seconds on Tesla. Again, I'm not looking to make 100%. The whole idea behind the scalp is to get in and then get out. So as soon as Tesla went in my direction, I'm taking off some of my trade and I'm taking some of those profits. Now at that point, all you're going to do is move your stop loss up to at least break even, and it depends on how big the breakout is, because if the breakout is substantial, you can then actually move your stop loss into profits. So things I'm looking for on this 1 minute time frame, again, when you break it down to the 1 hour, 4 hour daily, are the EMAs stacked? That's exactly what I'm looking for on the 1 minute. If the 1 minute has those stacked EMAs, I like to look at the TTM squeeze and plus the level 2. Well, as soon as it breaks my area, that's when I'm getting into the trade. It was the same exact setup with Nvidia today. So Nvidia, right off of the open, it ended up dipping down. However, it came right back up. Well, where's the candle that actually broke above my entry point? Right here. So as soon as the candle was breaking above my entry point and the level 2 was picking up, again, 1 hour, 4 hour daily, stacked EMAs, and the 1 minute had the stacked EMAs as well. So as soon as it broke above my entry point, that's exactly when I got into the trade. Now, all this thing needed to do was come back down and start closing closing below my entry point, and I was out of the trade right then and there. However, if we're looking at Nvidia, it closed on top of my entry point, therefore there was no reason to worry. And then what ended up happening, it shot up to the upside, hit my price target number 1, and then it hit my price target number 2. At that point, obviously, once it hits price target 1, I'm scaling out, taking profits. Hits price target number 2, scaling out, taking even more profits, and then moving my stop loss up. At this point, we're just playing with the house's money. Worst that can happen is we are actually going to get stopped out in profits or stopped out and break even. Either way, it's a win-win scenario for you. So what ended up happening, pull back, hit my stop loss, oh well. All I did was risk profits at that point, and that is the best possible spot to be in as a trader. So now if we go on over to my Etsy example, I did end up trading Etsy yesterday based off of this scalp right here. So my plan for Etsy was a break above 233.28, and then I was looking for some possible continuations to the upside. So as soon as Etsy was able to break above my entry point, that is when I got into the trade. My stop loss was if it broke back down below my entry point, which could have been, only -5, -10% of the actual contract. However, what did Etsy do? It ended up moving to the upside. And again, I'm not looking for 500% returns. I'm not looking for 100% returns. And ideally, I'm not even looking for 50% returns. Ideally, 10% to 20%. As soon as Etsy starts going in my favor, I'm going to take off some of my profits, move my stop loss up. And that's exactly what we did. So as soon as it gave the initial push to the upside, took off some of my profits, went into this 1-minute bull flag, gave another push, took off some more of my profits. At that point, moved my stop loss up, and it ended up getting hit on this pullback here. However, I did get stopped out in profits. So again, when I'm scalping, I'm just looking to get in, catch the momentum, get out, and collect my profits. So usually, most of the time, the breakout candle that is above my entry point, again, this is based off of the 1 minute, so the breakout candle, my stop loss is below the low of that candle. So if we're looking at Etsy and you got in, let's just say halfway, your stop loss is going to be the low of this candle. If you got in right here, stop loss is going to be below the low of the candle. However, if you got in all the way up here, now you got to give your stop loss down here, and look how little your profits would have been. So therefore, the risk to reward doesn't make sense in that scenario. That's why when I'm scalping, I don't even think about it twice. I'm in the trade, and then my stop loss is immediately right down below here. Therefore, my risk is very well defined, and I already know where my take profits are going to be. And then one final example of a scalp that I took on AMD yesterday that I want to show you. I said my entry point was going to be above 117.17. What did it end up doing? It broke above 117.17 right here. I got in on this candle right here. My stop loss was right below this 117.17 area, since that was my entry. Again, I'm looking to give up this much of a stop loss. We're probably talking 5-10% of the contract. And then to be honest, the take profit basically unlimited at that point. However, as AMD continued to go up in price, I took my profits, eventually moved my stop loss into break even. What ended up happening, it hit my stop loss at break even, but I was able to profit a decent bit off of this AMD scalping. Again, we're getting in, catching the momentum, and then we're collecting our profits. That's the whole point of scalping. So like I said, the level 2 is going to be very, very important when you are scalping the market open. The reason I only use this strategy for the first 5 to 10 minutes of the market open is because those are the times that the market is kind of all over the place. That's where you catch the most momentum. However, around the 10-minute mark after the market is open, the stocks tend to start choosing their direction. You start to see certain chart patterns, bull flags, bear flags, so on and so forth. So after that 10-minute mark, there's a much clearer direction on which way the stocks want to go. That's why I end up using the 5-minute and the 10-minute as the market is open longer throughout the day. But I do like to use this 1-minute scalping strategy just to collect that profit right at the market open, catch some nice moves. But yeah, level 2 will be very important to let you know if the buyers are in control or sellers are in control. So again, if you guys don't know how to use level 2, make sure to watch that video down in the description. But if you guys would like me to make more scalping videos in the future, make sure to comment down below. And if you guys would like to see my 5-minute and 10-minute trading strategy, make sure to comment down below for that as well. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys could, make sure to click that like and that subscribe button, as well as clicking that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. And I'll see you guys in the next video.